into the draft, see what we're cooking up here, and talk about these teams a little bit. Now, remember, EGOBOYS, they were relegated from Upper Division Season 1, and the BINOMISTAS, they just maintained their Season 1 seat here in the lower division, riding over again. And we'll get to see Benny today. Woo!
They were so close, right? Because if the 0900 scandal didn't happen, they were technically already locked in for Division 1. But because of everything that happened, they had to play the tiebreakers, ended up losing, and they're still Division 2.
Yes.
Tough breaks at the end of the season.
Yeah.
So now, of course, things have changed since the end of Season 1. We had the Major, which shook up a whole bunch of stuff in terms of hero picks, even without a change in the meta. Or rather, in a change in the patch. There was a huge change in the meta. And now we have a new patch, which we haven't even touched on yet, guys. It's, Dota is new. It's fresh. The DPC began today across the regions. Mondays are our fun little lower division days in most regions. China had their games starting it off to begin us anew. And these bans do reflect some of the heroes that were kind of popping off, like the Wyvern. I know it was picked a lot. I've heard a lot of talk about Grimstroke. I know people are complaining about Slark in their pubs. You guys got any real favorites so far in the patch?
Dude, I think the Ursa shard is broken. I honestly just... I know people are complaining about Slark, but I think Ursa is even worse.
Oh, yeah. Ursa won like the second game of the day, I think, or something. He was there.
Have we heard anything at all about the Hoodwink? Also available now in Captain's mode. And Trent, has she been picked, played, loved, ignored? We asked Moose the other day, and he said, I'm going to have to spend some time learning that hero. I don't think I even know what she does.
I think they nerfed her a fair bit with the... like, it's not like she got destroyed, but if she was released before the patch, like the way she was before the patch, I think she would have seen some play. But it's going to take a while, I think. They might have to buff her again.
Yeah, I think it's just not a... not a hero quite yet.
Okay.
I think she was ready for Captain's mode. I think it was a good time to put her in. That's for sure. So, well done on that front. You know, I haven't really tried out the Ags of the Shard yet. We'll still wait on results on that, but I'm not expecting it to be like a first phase ban or anything.
10 seconds remaining.
I just feel so bad for Beastmaster. His poor Necronomicon. I poured one out for the Necro book the other night.
He's fine. He's just buying eggs and Vlads,
Please,
Solar
no.
Crest, solo killing Roshan.
What's wrong with you? Fine. The whole hero's merit for the better part of a decade has been based on the Necronomicon.
Deserved every
and now
single
they
nerf
just
that he
pull
got.
the rug out from under him. I mean, come on. How are you going to do the Beastmaster? Like, if you're who's got the is it Skylark with the Beastmaster tattoo? I mean, are you just looking at that thing like, God, what do I do? I mean, I'm still reeling.
Dude, I'm serious. Beastmaster is still a hero.
Okay.
He's so good that he's still a hero even after Necronomicon.
Okay.
I'm not even joking here. But yeah, it was definitely a blow to the way the hero was played, but I think it was deserved. And now he's not like the vision guy, the solo kill guy, the push guy. He's more of like the push guy plus whatever else you buy on him. So I think he's actually banned. All right, people still respect him.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
According to my stats info of the day so far, for just the games of this season, Hoodwink has not been touched. Neither picked nor banned, along with 56 other heroes. So the pool has not been... I mean, we haven't had that many games, so it's not that crazy. But people are focusing in pretty hard on things like Phoenix, not surprising, Death Prophet, Puck, Troll, Tusk, Lion, Mars. Basically the last major. Heroes that were good still feel good after some changes.
Is Necro back? That was one of the other ones I was somewhat hopeful
Necro's
for.
win rate in pubs is
good.
like... He's up.
I saw that shard change, was like, whoa, okay, we can amp up our scythe again? Ooh, this is going to be fun.
He went 1-1 so far, but considering the number of games, that's very impressive to even have been picked, considering obviously his life last patch.
For sure.
Yeah, I think a lot of the Diffusal heroes, especially PL, are looking pretty good. PL actually got a couple of nerfs, but the Diffusal Blade was pretty substantial in my opinion.
Well, and how about these ranged Manta heroes now, too? I feel like there's got to be some thoughts on those because of the changes to that. It's like your Lunas and your Medusas. Maybe you're going to look back to these builds.
The Luna Shard is so good for carry Luna now. I think they nerfed Luna support a lot, but Luna core is really good again.
Right-clicking Luna, yeah.
They nerfed BKB, and then they gave that Dispel to Satanic, so I'm playing CK earlier. I'm like, why do I want a BKB when I can just buy a Manta and a Satanic? I have double Dispel now.
Yeah.
I felt so good.
I do think bias caster here, but I do think Lifestealer is back. Okay,
I can't believe you just said bias caster.
I think he's good.
And didn't just start talking about Dazzle.
I know everyone's talking about Dazzle, but I mean, come on, dude. The Lifestealer's changes are the ones that give me nightmares. They make Feast do damage. They take the damage away. They give the damage back. Now Feast does like half of what you Lifesteal in damage or something, but. Maybe you would consider buying his shard now that open wounds is like a usable skill. Still expensive, but
he's okay, but he still suffers from like old Lifestealer stuff because Abyssal's gone. So now you have to play like,
true
with Infest.
You have to actually use your ult. What a bummer.
I know my role in this panel is to actually come with terrible ideas that look slightly viable. And you want to hear I actually have two slightly terrible ideas to talk about.
Oh, good.
First one, do you guys watch Dubu stream?
No.
Yep. A little bit.
He has 100% win rate with support Faceless Void, all right? I think Faceless Void is a hero that will definitely get back in the meta. Not as a support, probably. He's really, I think he's back. And support for Lifestealer, all right? You just
Is this like
Solar
this
Crest?
time you were telling me that support Juggernaut's good because you can buy Holy Locket to buff up the fucking
what is
healing
this
ward?
Dubu build? He rushes Hammer into second support item?
This sounds game losing. What?
Dude, time dilation does a lot of damage now. If you actually use it properly, he's winning. That's all I'll say. He's winning.
Oh my
he's
gosh.
Dubu. That's
But Dubu's a god, right? If Dubu can win with something it doesn't actually mean is that good.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
You're still selling that, huh? Oh, really? 70? What? By the way, guys, I did refresh the feed and it came back. So maybe I'm not sure if people hear you, but yeah, I think Storm Spirit. The Kaya buffs were so substantial with this 50% mana regen amp, especially after they nerfed mana regen so hard this patch with the clarities. So I think this hero is not even a sleeper. I think we're going to see a lot of Storm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. We should be kind of bringing up some of these changes with some of these other guys. Like that Tiny. I hear the carry Tiny's taken off in the high-tier pubs. And I believe the stats build is the way to go. 114 stats.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, we'll see. Apparently, Arteezy did it, so then everyone did.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
So we'll see.
Nice.
I feel like sometimes new patches are like a Reddit thread. Those first couple of comments really dictate the rest of the thread. Those first couple of high-profile pubs. It's like the first game Thompson plays with the new hero. That sets the tone for how people are going to interpret the hero's strength.
And who they'll buy E-Blade on. It's incredible.
That's super true.
Oh, gosh.
So they take the jug.
Oh. All right. So looking for some position 1 action here for BINOMISTAS, and hard to call for EGOBOYS. A lot of flexibility here. Let's see what they grab with the 9th pick.
What do you guys think about Io just being totally ignored here? Even though they like Avid first. Is it over?
I feel like it's still viable, but I'm not sure if they're gonna go for it. With a Baron is actually really good, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was kind of surprised.
But then that would mean Weaver is a off-lane hero.
Didn't they just nerf the collision damage so much now that the Wisp just isn't the same
That's kind of what I was getting towards.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I'm far from a Wisp expert, but level 4, it went from 40 to 25 damage on the balls. That's like a crazy percentage nerf.
Oh, this hero, I actually played a game.
Well, this is
with Husker
exciting.
match. He's really, really good. So I talked to a lot of pros, and most of the pros playing Huskar, they actually go double Bracer. Most pros hate Bracer, and they don't think it's deserved. So I want to see what build he goes for. Because there's not really other HP regen items you can get on Huskar.
So he has one of the highest win rates in top tier pubs right now.
Yeah.
He's currently like 6th after. You guys want to hear the gross list of heroes here?
Please.
Meepo, Medusa, Dragon Knight, Wyvern, Tinker, and Huskar. Now, keep in mind, Wyvern has 535 games, which is like double or more of some of these other heroes, and is almost at 58%. So Wyvern's like straight nasty right now. Get your Wyvern games on if you guys are Blue Dragon players.
Drow Ranger.
You may now select
Oh, Storm Drow combo. Let's go. Who needs patches?
Okay.
We'll just pick stuff that's always worked.
Yeah, Drow's a weird one against Huskar, right?
So yeah,
they
there's
both have options.
the Drow shard that we were making fun of. I think they buffed it again. I wonder if that's something, because I think
Is
it
it still
actually
deep
reduces
freeze?
HP regen. Yeah, so it might be really strong versus Huskar. Like every
true.
attack with the freeze reduces HP regen,
And like this,
maybe 20%.
the gust is really good against him. It's like who gets caught, right? You get the gust off, and then you can lay
Yeah.
arrows into him, or does
It's,
he get off the ulti and then he's in your face?
Hypothermia stacks reduce the regeneration by 10% per stack, increases damage by 5 per stack, lasts 7 seconds. If an enemy hero dies with hypothermia stacks, they burst and deal 60 magic damage per stack, and a 40% slow for 2 seconds to enemies within a 650 radius.
Yeah.
Whoa. And it maxes out as 7 stacks, so that would be 70% of the regen. That seems pretty good.
That's
Guys,
not
I think I
counting
got to go
Vassal.
BINOMISTAS here for game 1. I like this very well-rounded draft they've got.
I like Huskar Tiny. I think that they're on this like hot new stuff, and BINOMISTAS are stuck in the past, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is Phoenix Mars really the past?
The
or is
past. Useless garbage.
useless.
Dude, I'm going with Huskar, all right? It's one of my favorite heroes. I just feel like he's going to destroy that Storm in the mid lane, and his game's going to be completely stunned.
All right. Well, let's see what happens here. Game number 1, the opener, season 2 of DPC. We've got familiar faces again. It's Gary and Theban. Gareth, love, are we ready? Did you get your homework done, mate?
Absolutely did, yeah. Read through the patch notes, played a couple of turbo games, and here we are, kicking off the SADPC. Theban, Huskar, one of your favorite heroes? Seems to like it.
Oh, they still don't see us, Gary. They don't see your beautiful face yet. Oh,
Hello. Oh, we're into game.
okay, we're gonna skip our faces. We're gonna go
That's
straight
fine.
into the games. Yeah. You asked me about Huskar? Oh no. Please, Gary. Don't group me. Don't put me in the same boat as Bowie. Okay? I don't like Huskar. I don't like this hero. I really hope this hero doesn't come back, but stats don't lie. He's got an incredibly high win rate, so I'm really looking forward to at least seeing what he can do.
Well, there's not many things Bowie and I have in common, but love of heroes like Huskar and Tinker are definitely up there. We are some pretty toxic gamers. That's some nasty stuff. But yeah, something I didn't consider that the panel brought up is that Drow Ranger shard against the Huskar. Could be pretty cool, right?
Oh, most definitely. I think some people have been testing this out, especially since the blow-up damage from the hypothermia also works on the creep, so you can technically push out lanes much faster as well. That being said, there's also a chance that he might just not buy it that early into the game and maybe wait until it's the late game, because it is costly. 1,400 gold is not, nothing, and you're gonna need to get a lot of stat items, a lot of items to try to get away from like Weaver, Tiny, Pango. These are really good gap closing heroes.
Yeah, there's so many things you need. Drow Ranger, Terrorblade, all these kind of agi heroes. They do need their, mantas and stuff like that, Hurricane Pike, whatever it may be. Look at this, they're all gathered up towards this top rune spot. All the new runes causing a little bit of a different game plan. We're not seeing the classic, 3 heroes bot from Dire, 3 heroes top from Radiant. Everyone's toying with new ideas.
you got to pretty much start like about 4 heroes on one side so you can control the river rune and the high ground rune. I have seen in pubs where some of the teams would try to invade, and I love this new setup with the runes, Gary. It just adds more spice to the game, and teams are trying to figure out what's the best possible way to get that little bit of an edge. And not only the starting runes are different, but you also get the 3-minute runes, Gary. That was such a huge change in my opinion.
I mean, you were begging for it. We're all wanting it. The water runes now there, so we've got the bottle refills. I mean, do you think it's a little bit powerful, though?
I think it works. It makes mid a bit more balanced, and I think more heroes can be played now on the mid lane because of it, right? So you can just like rush the bottle, pick up the runes. There will be a meta where people will start to control the water runes themselves, try not to give it to the enemy mid laner when you have like a dominating mid hero who wants to keep the enemy down. So we'll see a meta, build up just from the runes alone.
Yeah, and I guess in that mid lane, speaking of, Huskar not really a hero that's going to go for bottle, so it's going to be down to the Storm, who is rushing it to get those runes going early on. And Alone already off to a good start, 2-0. And this lane, historically, it's always felt like Huskar's had the upper hand. Is that still the same with his Burning Spears?
Oh, most definitely. There's no way Storm should be able to win this lane, especially against the Burning Spear. I have seen some Huskars just go like Inner Fire and Berserker Blood, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I don't know. I don't know. There have been Huskars who just do that. So I'm glad he's gone for the Burning Spear. It's really good against Storm. Storm doesn't have the best attack range for a range hero. So he's going to have to get real close to the Huskar to get Lasses or try to hit the Huskar back. Look at this Storm. Wow, he's losing so much health already.
He does have his bottle coming out there at the very least. But yeah, Huskar, full HP. He's used 1 tango and that's it. Having a grand old time in mid. But we can look into some of these other lanes. Jupiter top being shoved away by the Abaddon. Weaver chasing forward a little bit. And it seems like they've got a real good start there for Rises, the new carry player for the EGOBOYS. 7-0 for him. Drow Ranger, 3-0. Struggling.
This is a hard lane, right? You got the Tiny pulling the creeps for now, so you're going to lose like a little bit of experience here. Then you got these double gap closers. Your support is a Phoenix. Not really good at protecting Drow. She prefers to play with like these melee position 5s, preferably.
Undying. Where is he?
But once she does get levels, though, she is going to be able to dominate, assuming she gets all the creeps that are coming in, at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Mini being burnt alive. First blood coming. 5 stacks of the Burning Spears. He's trying to bottle through it. It's never going to be enough. Ticks down here in the dire jungle.
Oh,
That's
man,
a solo
this
kill
is
for Alone.
Impossible. I think we're going to see Mini go into the jungle real quick. Like, just jungling straight up.
It feels like
not going into the lane. This is an impossible lane for Storm.
He's TPing back into mid. We'll see how he fares. Level 2 Storm is about to crack 3. Right. The other problem is, Theban, considering who can help him, do we have a roaming hero that can come into mid and do anything?
Phoenix with Sunray, perhaps? Actually, speaking of Phoenix, getting killed off right now. 1 second. Oh, won't get it. No dive.
And that's because that Tiny hit level 2 because of the wave drag back, and now pushing Benny out of the lane. Tano and Drakeel having a great time down bottom. Well, up top looks like Kara, again, just dealing very well with the Shadow Shaman.
They really need this Mars lane to be going well. I think Mars is probably the best offlaner at the moment, just because he wasn't really changed that much in the last patch. And he was already a very good hero. So we're going to be seeing a lot of this in the upcoming games. And then the Shadow Shaman, I do prefer Lion over Shadow Shaman right now as a support. If you wanted something that can control the Weaver, they did have an Abaddon problem, so maybe they decided, hey, Shackles might do a little bit better against the Abaddon, just to be able to hold him down even longer.
Keep him in place. I mean, what did change with Mars? It was just like ulti damage at level 2 and 3 got nerfed a bit. Yeah, it wasn't really that much, was it?
He actually got more int. So
oh, you're right, yeah.
I think he's slightly buffed on the earlier levels.
Because in a previous patch, you got some of his int removed, didn't he? And you're kind of struggling with your Spear, God's Rebuke, and your Arena combos.
Exactly.
Well,
oh, look at that. We see some control from Kara and Tano bottom.
Very
and
nice.
Tiny bought a bottle. Or is that his bottle? No. Oh, sorry. It's the Pango's bottle. Okay.
Still refilling it up. Yeah, I did see a couple of suggestions about this water rune, whether or not we go back to the mini. Oh, Tano's hunting him. He's cleared the camp just in time.
Ooh, so close. Yeah, Mini has boots. If he didn't have boots there, he just went for like some stat item. I think the Tiny would have been able to chase him down with the smoke and the boot speed.
Man, probably get an avalanche off right now. Toying with Nuage's Phoenix. Does have the dive available. It's left Drow in that 1v1 up in that dire tier 1 bottom area. And Tano just going to keep chasing him back. Drow Ranger struggling to lane 1v1 against this Drakiel Pango. Now the Tiny's collapsing in onto lane. Benny has stuck around for far too long. Toss up. Try and swipe him down with the rapiers of the Pango. And with that avalanche coming in onto both of them, Benny pops his magic stick. But the swashbuckle's there. Drakiel clears it up. And Nuage is going to have to dive away from this, it looks like, as the top lane. The Weaver takes him down. Jupiter's gone. As a 2-kill success in that top lane for EGOBOYS too.
That's
it's
5-0. Yep, very good start for them, and this is what you want to see from EGOBOYS. They got like these really good gap closing heroes, but maybe not the best team fight, so you want to be able to win that early game, the early laning stage, so you can keep the momentum going. And Mini, level 5, uh-oh.
Oh dear. It's tragedy striking again in that mid lane. Tano's helping, and who's this that's TP'd in? It's Jupiter. There's a freebie. He shackles up alone, but he's not under a tower anymore. He'll just get a few more burning spears in, ticks him down. Jupiter pops his stick. Oh, he's not going to survive, though. Nuages, not sure you want to be here. 7-0 for EGOBOYS. Phoenix has come in to dive and maybe die himself. The spear, it launches pretty far. Ooh, 2 stacks up. He's dead. It's a triple for alone. Gifted to him.
And the catapult is still alive too. They might just lose a tower here as well with that.
Oh man, he's TP back. He's still level 5 on his Storm Spirit. Every single lane is just domination nation for EGOBOYS. And they're converging up towards top, onto the Mars. Like you said, Mars is that team fight hero. He is a linchpin hero here as the spear catches Abaddon, but the Huskar has jumped and leapfrogged over the Mars, trying to burn through the Abaddon, but Sexy Fat's down. Rises on the killing spree. Nuage is here to try and hold on to this tower with Jupiter, but it is relentless. Bottom lane, Tano's chasing Benny out of lane. Nowhere safe to even... I mean, wait, does the Drow die here? Mini's died to a lone mid. Benny's nearly dying in the jungle. Throws out the multi-shot. Tano dodges it. Drops his shoulder. Gets the triangles delivered. But he will be taken down by the Drow. Something that's going the way of the BINOMISTAS finally.
They're finally on the board. I mean, Alone just got a triple kill mid. Went top. Got the Mars kill. TP mid. Got the Storm kill. Like, this man is just out for blood. Like, he's got an armlet now. 7 minutes in. With the raindrop. Level 9, about to be level... Oh, please, don't tell me this is the future of Huskar.
This is Dota
I don't want to live. I don't want to live in this world anymore.
Get me off of this planet.
Like, how do you stop this, Gary? What do you do?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, it was kind of a key point that I think Trent brought up on the panel.
Oh, no, Benny as well.
He's found in the jungle. Doesn't even have a point in Gust, so you can't shove him away. Alone is unstoppable. But yeah,
okay, Alone has picked up the tags of every single player on Radiant team.
Oh, really?
7 minutes into the game. He's killed every single person at least once.
Nice. And he's placing wards as well. What a gamer. But yeah, one of the points I think Trent brought up was, oh, hang on a second, Tiny. Phoenix, Storm, Shadow Shaman surrounding Tano, but here comes the big boy Huskar. Avalanche holds him in place. Nuage dives away, but Tano... he's actually survived being burned a little bit by the sun ray. Unfortunate for Nuage there. He does die to a neutral creep though, and Storm Spirit jumping towards Tiny. Toss up, back into the Huskar. No mana on Mini, so that means he's going to try an Illusion Rune, dodge that, jump in from Alone, but still dies.
Oh man, this is really rough. And let's not forget that there's also an Abaddon on the side of EGOBOYS. So although Alone is just dominating right now, like if you keep trying to entertain him, Abaddon starts to play with this Huskar. That's it. You're gonna lose out on everything. They gotta ignore this Huskar. Like, I know it's hard to do that, but you're gonna have to.
And really good luck dealing with him. Sexy Fat has hit level 6 up top. There's a Weaver hitting you, buddy. I don't think he was expecting that. Went AFK for a second. It's in the mid lane. The Storm does get comboed a touch there as the Rolling Thunder from Drakiel will disengage from the mid lane fight, trying to finish off Jupiter, losing Tano in the exchange. What's Pango gonna pull out his sleeve here? Because Jupiter's got the control and the damage in. Doesn't catch him with a swashbuckle. Rises rotates down from the top lane. Mini does get a double kill out the back of this. But in comes Kara with Rises diving mid-tier 2 for the Phoenix. Simple as you like. Take him down. And a dominating streak for that Weaver now. While Mr. Huskar is in the Roche pit.
All right, they need this Huskar to like die while armor toggling. That's what they need right now on the side of Binomimistas. How do we call them now, Gary?
Yeah, I think you're right with that one.
Binomimistas?
Yeah, Binomimistas.
All right.
Who was it? Was it VP? Was it Save? Who was like support Huskar and died in the Roche pit to like 3 bashes in a row or something? That's what they need. But Roshan, his life will be claimed. Top lane, they do get the Mars Arena and Rise's life to go along with it. So not all doom and gloom. But there's a looming problem for Huskar now. As Mini out of mana, but no stuns. Rolling Thunder not going to come in time.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's one of the things that EGOBOYS is lacking in their draft is the amount of disables. They got Rolling Thunder, then they got Tiny Avalanche Toss, pretty much. So maybe building into some disables could be a good idea for EGOBOYS. They are playing against Storm Spirit. You know, Phoenix, also another hero you like to lock down and burst.
I was about to suggest something, but my brain told me you'd shout at me and be angry. So I'm not going to say it.
Oh, I know what it is.
Yeah? Do you?
After this fight, I'll guess.
Sure thing. I mean, Supernova bottom lane onto Tano. Good defense of that bot tier 1 and of Benny. Benny TP's the hell out of there. What is it?
Look at the EGOBOYS. They're running straight at bottom. All right, while they're running at bottom, I'm getting into your mind, Gary. You're thinking Gleipnir Weaver.
Yes, I am.
I knew it. I knew it.
I thought it for a second, and I remembered that last season you were like, no carry hero should buy this item. Rise is going to time-lapse back. Mini, pretty much out of mana now. And there's that rotation in. Like you said, they're all converging into the bottom lane. Mini spotted. Rises deals with him as the Rolling Thunder looks to connect towards Jupiter. It'll be that jump in. Life break from Alone. DD going. Mini's down. And Jupiter is just going to get pounded.
Man, these are the kind of moves that Radiant need to read. Like, you see the Weaver bottom and the Huskar's off the map. They're going to be running bottom towards that last tier 1 tower up. You got to get out of there. Split push. This Huskar, this is his timing. This is when he's going to be at his strongest. So you're going to need to just get some levels, get some items first, and then try to fight him when your draw's got a little bit more.
Yeah, like Huskar's going boots of travel. He doesn't feel like he needs much else. Just the ability to move around the map.
That's insane. Boots of travels on Huskar. Gonna have very high movement speed, especially with the cost of TP now. And Huskar is not a hero you want to be dying with, so you won't be getting any free TPs.
Oh, that Mars is in so much trouble. He doesn't even know it. He thinks he's free, spearing back the Huskar, but Tano was there. Godlike Huskar now. Oh, Benny. Careful, buddy. Oh, look at that Pango into the mid lane, too. This map is getting real small for them.
Definitely. And they're just watching them. They're ready.
Oh
boy.
Yeah. Can he dive away?
Did he get away?
The hit.
Oh, no.
It does go through. And the Shadow Shaman. Shackling up Rises, but demolished. Absolutely annihilated by that Pango as the toss back catches the Drow. Benny gusts him away, but there is no escape. 4 heroes from the Dire team all there. And they still have
a level 5 Shadow Shaman, Gary.
Wait, what, really?
13 minutes. Position 4, Shadow Shaman, level 5, yeah. Feels real bad.
Oh, look what Mini's doing.
Trying something.
That's a good attempt.
What he's doing.
As a Dar observer,
and he realizes that he needs some kind of crazy kills at this point in the game. Like, farming his way back into the game doesn't really seem like an option for Mini, at least.
And what is he, 400 away from Orchid? Yeah. Maybe if he gets a kill or 2, farm a couple of jungle camps, he can get that Orchid and maybe snowball into something.
Oh, they got the Aegis with the spear there.
Nice. Didn't have to expend Arena either. And they're trying to edge out.
They're calling to farm this triangle area. Let's just sit on this high ground for a little bit. maybe play for the 50-minute bounty runes. Man, Gary, they made Dota real hard, you know? Now you gotta count the minutes, multiple of 3. Used to be 5, so easy. And even 5 for some people was very hard, Gary. Now it's even harder. There used to be bounty runes just lying around on the map and no one's moving towards them to pick them up.
That is true. I mean, there used to be bounty runes from the beginning of the game that some people would forget.
Happens. And now, you know, I'm in a game and 20 minutes coming, I'm like, oh, there's a bounty rune there, I gotta go get that. Okay, speaking of bounty runes, check the Dire jungle.
There are 3.
There is 3. Exactly, Gary. There's 3 bounty runes just sitting there. You know how much gold that is?
A lot.
That's about 150 gold for each hero just sitting there.
That's their savings account. Just building a bank. Or
I guess it does collect interest, doesn't it? Because the more minutes it goes into the game. Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, stonks, man. That's building it up. I mean, who's going to move in there? Mini's never going to go there. Radiant team haven't crossed the river in about 20 minutes.
It's just so funny how there's like just 3 bounty runes. Like I've never seen 3 bounty runes in the same place.
Yeah, Benny, unfortunately, a lot of EGOBOYS heroes there, and they might actually get a couple more. New Arges does have a dive, Rolling Thunder not connecting. Still going forward, Drakeel.
He's on the way, though.
He's probably just going to straight up slay him. Take out the Phoenix with a swashbuckle. There we go. Drakeel finds him, and then the rest of the... It's not, look at them. They just don't stop. They get a kill, another kill, then they move from bot lane up towards top. They want bounty runes, they want to control Roshan area. They do not give the BINOMISTAS an inch.
Yeah, they're just running back and forth in this area where they know that Radiant can only farm. Just get any kills, Tiny +1 or Huskar just showing up there with the Baton following him. They do have level 4 Sunray. That's probably the only way that they're going to be able to bring down the Huskar this game. Yeah, can we look at the bottom Dire Ancients area? Can we just show these 4 bounty runes just chilling there?
There's 4 of them now.
Yeah, look at this.
Drakeel, how many bottle refills?
Wait, there's he's like, wait, there's bounty runes here? Hold on.
63 gold each. Holy crap. That is a lot of money. Oh my god, Sexy Fat the Mars. He moves up into the triangle. He does get off his ulti as the storm zips in, looking for Tano's Tiny, clears him up. Huskar on the run now, but expending their big ultis with Supernova around the arena down means the Rolling Thunder can come crashing in, and Huskar initiates onto the Drow Ranger, trying to burn the Huskar with that Sunray, but he's beyond godlike and untouchable. Phoenix, swashbuckled. Sexy Fat has lost his life. But yet again, a Dire team just come charging through with a whole ton of damage.
Yeah, they just stand there like an immovable wall. You know, BINOMISTAS, they're like, guys, we need to fight our way into this game. There's no other way. They try something and just get absolutely demolished.
That's a DD Weaver. And that was a Phoenix.
Yep. Pew, pew. And he's dead.
I forgot about that. We had a lot of fun with that noise one day, yep.
Yep. I mean, that's what this game's looking like right now. They're up 11k gold. I just feel in this patch, Gary, it's a lot easier to build up your lead. So you really want to have these aggressive heroes early on. You want to be able to win. You want to take their bounty runes away because there's only 2 that are spawning, right? So if you play aggressively, you're going to be able to take theirs away. Their supports are going to suffer a lot. It's going to be so much more difficult for the enemy to come back into the game unless they get like this huge team fight.
Oh, top lane. Getting some use out of the Serpent Wards. Jupiter, unfortunately, can't really combat this Drakeel Pango. Another TP arriving as the Weaver there. Shadow Shaman wanting to try and hex him up, but Rises gives Trace to the Mars. Sexy Fat going to be able to blink into the trees and potentially TP, leaving the Shadow Shaman all alone. And Weaver will gladly take it, while Roshan potentially about to spawn.
That's the second Roshan. It's going to have a... What's it going to have, Gary? It is. It's going to have a shard.
Don't you worry, Thievin. I did do a bit of reading.
I was testing you.
I know.
I was testing you. I mean, who's going to take the shard? It's going to be the Huskar, right? You can use your inner fire while you're stunned. That's amazing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, if Mars goes in, spears you against the wall, you just inner fire him.
That's insane. Can be cast while disabled.
Or Pango, you know, that's something that Pango pretty much buys every game, the roll-up. Very
Oh, like a
important
free-
spell for Pango.
Free BKB, basically, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, with Roshan waiting another 2 minutes, not something the Ego Boys can really think about, so they'll go for the aggressive play instead. Toss back Jupiter.
Under attack.
Easy peasy.
That was meant for the Mars, but he blinked out. So it's like, oh wait, there's another hero here. Pick
I'll
up
take him instead.
Sham instead.
Are they planning to fight here? Like, Nuages and Sexy's Fat, they're in position for an actual team fight, but Storm
Well,
and
Gary-
Drow Ranger are nowhere near.
Radiant structures.
They may be planning, but will they be successful?
Ah,
I highly doubt it.
that's the question. It's still not looking atrocious for the Radiant, even though it has been a little on the stompier side, 7-26. They've still got Drow and Storm collecting items, moving towards BKB on both of them. Do you think the BKBs are going to be A, here on time, and B, going to accomplish anything?
For sure. BKBs will help them survive through all the magic and the stuns, the little amount of stuns that I have on Ego Boys.
Oh, they're going for
Maybe
this
allow the
Mars.
Storm to solo kill, like a Pango or a Tiny, possibly.
True. Somehow, Sexy Fat gets away from both Weaver and Pango. He just gets the blink out. And again, it looks like he's considering the jump. High ground vision there for the Dire team. Smoking up as well. Swashbuckling down to the low ground as Sexy Fat blinks again away from danger. Very fortunate. Many does get spotted out. They've pinged him
Got
out.
a courier kill. He's in a really good position to pick up like bounty runes and kill couriers from there. That's exactly where Mini wants to be. Or someone on Radiant team needs to be to get them back into the game.
Sort of behind enemy lines, right? Lurking.
Yeah.
Drow
Killing
Ranger, though.
couriers.
The Weaver and Huskar
boy.
want to. There's the
That's a
BKB from
BKB.
Alone. Shoves her back with the Inner Fire. Phoenix has arrived. Mars trying to battle back, but the Weaver has found him. Still has time lapse available to get back to full HP, and Alone's Huskar is 13-0-2. Absolutely untouched. And like you've been saying, this is an Abaddon who's level 11 with Philosopher's Stone now, so you've got 4 points in the coil, the shield, and a medallion behind your Huskar.
About to have a Solar Crest. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was playing a game the other day, and my support is Solar Cresting me at like minute 16 or 17 or something, and I'm like, hold on, this doesn't add up. And then you realize how cheap it is.
It's like 1,000
item
cheaper,
now.
right?
Yeah. It's very easy. And it's a nice build up as well. Every part of Solar Crest you love having. Medallion gives you armor and mana regen. Crown gives you solid stats. Windlace, hey, supports love movement speed.
Yep. It's just that nasty recipe. 900 gold. How dare they charge these supports so much money?
Yeah, I think Veil and Solar Crest have been my two favorite item to buy on supports now.
Oh, look at this.
Very
Smoking
solid.
Radiant Storm jumps in. They've got the 3-man arena with the Spear, but in comes the Rolling Thunder. Counter initiation with the Huskar standing his ground. The Radiant just pummeled down one by one. They'll all fall.
that it?
And the Ego Boys don't even lose a single soul. It is GG. Game is over. A full 5-man wipe without a casualty. Ego Boys destroy game 1.
Dire victory.
Well, Gary, this was a pre-planned draft from Ego Boys. They first picked Abaddon, and they knew exactly what they were going for. They held off with the Huskar as late as they could.